I'm black.
I'm black. We're all black.
All right, Shalom, first and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachakwadash for the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakatham. And you saw this this real quick video. This is basically the other nations doing what they've always done, which is basically get a form. Well, historically, they've always sought to get the blessing from us, but the other thing is that they have historically exploited us and profited off of us, things that were meant for us, man, you know? And so you have here more than a third of white students lie about their race on applications survey finds. All right. And so this is how you know Esau is never going to give you reparations, how you know he doesn't care. If you ask him to do the right thing, which is give up all the land that he stole and for all the hundreds of millions of people that he killed, our people, you know, he would never do it, you know. He wouldn't give this all up to say that, you know what, that's the right thing to do, because he's still taking your name, things that he so-called made for you to be a benefit for you because of what happened to you. He and his children are now exploiting it, you know. And Esau only did this to pacify you jakes, man, so y'all don't get all riled up in the streets. It says 70% of white applicants who lied about their race on their application were accepted to those colleges. So they lied to get to those colleges, man. And they're going to pass you jakes up in there, man. Why? Because who they are. They're the rulers of this society. Whether Jake realizes that or not, he wants to try to vote and be alongside of these people, you know. Let me get to the point. What that bitch said, I'm black. She says I'm black. That's the thumbnail I wanted to get. Lord willing. You know, because this place has got to go, man. Now, let's read Job chapter 20 and 10. It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods, right? So what that basically means is that there would come a time where Esau would try to appease you jakes, man. He would try to pacify you, you know? Because this whole affirmative action thing that they're talking about, that's supposed to get low-level jakes into college, you know, and to get them educated so they can have, you know, quote-unquote better job, get a piece of the American dream. But that couldn't be further from the truth, because degrees and higher education have proven that they don't really do that unless you're in a hardcore STEM field like law, medicine, engineering, well, law too. You know, something that's a hardcore needed skill, you know, in society, man. That's the only time going to a multi-year university higher education is really going to pay off for you. Otherwise, you can just hit a couple years at a community college or get a certification, man, a vocational school, you know. But Esau's convinced all you jakes to go into debt, $40,000-$50,000 into debt, you know, in humanities and English degrees and liberal arts degrees. He's put you in a trick bag, man. Meanwhile, he's taking your identity, getting accepted into college, probably getting discounts and everything else, because Esau gives you more than just admission if you're so-called black. And over a third of them did it, man. It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. And that was them offering up affirmative action, you know, affordable housing, Section 8. All of these are things that Esau did to try to help Jake, but really it's not helping you. He's giving you just enough so you don't break, so you don't rebel in society. Just like he gave you food and he fed you when we were out on those cotton fields. That was only a means to give you just enough to keep working. And today it's the same thing. It's an upgraded version of it, but he's only giving you enough to keep your mind, on the hamster wheel so you keep working. All right? He's going to give you the bare minimum, and he's never going to let you on top. It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, because he'll say he's doing this for your betterment, for your good, because he wants to give so-called black folks opportunities. But this guy's full of shit, man. It says, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. All right, so this guy, how he really feels about you, they're talking about you behind your back. This white student here.
I'm black. I'm black.
You Moabites, man, y'all gonna fucking die, man. Hey, the Lord is gonna put a heavy, heavy judgment on you people. Okay?
We're all black.
Look, look, you got this nigga right here. All right, along with it, not just with the whole program, man. How does Esau have you looking? These women all look feminine with long hair, and look how they got you. They have to portray you as the man because they want to replace Jake, okay, with a shell of himself using his woman. This picture right here sums up everything that's happened over the last 50 years, man. All of these other races have passed you women up, and they've convinced Eve that her measure of success is to outdo her man, and got her looking like, like a running back, really. Shit. But this is why the scriptures speak about this, man. It says, this is Psalms 109. This whole chapter is good. I'll start at 2. It says, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. All right. So that lying tongue is gone all the way out from slavery, Jim Crow, to all the way to today. All right. They've constantly lied. First they said you weren't human. Then they said you couldn't be trusted. Then they said you were lazy. Then they said you had lower IQ. All of these were a means to keep you out of society. They put you in the inner cities, all right, which is basically nothing but a prison, another plantation. Because what's in the inner cities, you can't grow fruits and vegetables in there and have your own land and sheep or anything like that. The only thing left in the inner city are service class jobs, working jobs. You can work at Starbucks and restaurants. And who owns those restaurants? Esau owns those restaurants. So it's basically like working in a big ass house, the inner cities. There's no houses really in the inner cities. It's all urban development projects like apartment buildings and Section 8 housing that you'll never be able to own. All right? And you think because he's giving you Section 8 that he's helping you, but no, he's helping you stay in the inner city because he know you can't afford somewhere else, and as long as he's helping you, not investing in you, you're going to stay right there. It says they compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without cause. And that's what Esau did. People think because after the Civil Rights Act that, Esau was actually doing something nice and favorable for us, but no, he was further destroying our minds. Because what did he do after that? He turned a woman against us, man. He gaslit us, made us think we were less than, and then he told our women if they can be men too, they can outdo us, that they didn't need us. All right. They compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without cause, and for no reason but just the fact that they hated us. The Most High put that spirit on them. If Jake wandered outside of the inner city into a suburb where they got grass and fields and parks and supermarkets with organic food and vegetables and things like that. They'd be like, nigga, what the hell are you doing out here? You're not allowed in this part of the city, you know? And that's basically what's been going on. Now, there's no law on the books, but we all know Esau is in cahoots with each other, you know. He's on everything from the president of the United States to the Senate and Congress to the local mayor, city council, to the PTA at your kid's school, man. It's Esau. He's made sure that he's in positions to keep you down without having laws in the books. And made Jake think that he's got a fighting chance by going in and voting, man. That's not how this thing is set up, man. This is a giant, elaborate spell, man. It's witchcraft. It says, "For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give unto myself prayer, and they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love." Because you Jakes go in there, you try to vote to show your love, you know. You showed all this love for that demon Hillary Clinton, and what did they reward you with, man? More sorrow, more police gunning your asses down. You know, when Jake took care and damn near raised Esau's kids, Eve did. You know, what would happen the moment that she took a piece of silverware to feed her kids? Esau's gonna hang your ass, man. You know, asking for a raise, he looking at you like. It says, verse 6, "Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin." Right? Because you Christians, you Edomite Christians, man, are praying to the God of the Bible, or believe you are, and that's going to end in your destruction, man, because he hates you people. He says, "For Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated." It says, "Let his days be few, and let another take his office." And that's going to be Jake, man. And let's get that really quick. I believe that's Sirach 5. Nope. Injuries got by deceit. 10-8, Salakia. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another," man. And that's nothing but what's been happening here. Unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. That's entirely how America was gotten. So what does it say here? Going back to Psalms 109. It says, "Let his days be few." Psalms 109 and 8. "Let his days be few, and let another take his office." It says, "Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow." That's what's coming to you people. Because single motherhood started with our people, but now it's starting to hit you so-called white women. Y'all started, see, y'all got Eve to buy into your narrative, but you forgot that our people are stronger than your people. So even though we followed you, all right, and took down this path, this narrative of feminism and all of this and that, y'all eventually bought into what we was doing. You know, so what do you see now? Our energy is taking over your energy. So now you see white girls twerking. Now you see them running through NBA basketball teams. You know, now you see them talking like us, you know, changing their bodies to look like us, and making the same poor decisions that y'all goaded us into 40, 50 years ago. Because we're strong, we have a stronger influence than you. We're the salt of the earth, even in our women, you know. And y'all are gonna die and be punished in that same way, okay? But this is one of the main points I wanted to get. Psalms 109 and 10. It says, let his children be continually vagabonds and beg, and let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places, his children. Because these children they will act woke. They'll take pictures like this to try to prove that they're diverse and accepting and tolerant, you know, PC if you will. But all the while, look at what they're doing. 34% of them are taking the guise of being black. All right, basically raising the tuition for everybody. Because what they're doing is they're excluding actual black people, so-called black people, because colleges have a limit of people who they can admit. So if 30% of non so-called black people got admitted for being black, that means actual so-called blacks didn't get in. You know, this is why this guy is not to be trusted. Everything is bullshit. People are accepting of race on a surface level when it suits them, especially these women. Okay. Now they do like to get rotted out by Jake, you know, the men, but you women, Eve, you stupid. You look crazy in this picture, man. It says, let the extortioner catch all that he hath, and let the strangers spoil his labor. So this is for his children. This is why the scriptures speak about his children not being extended mercy. It says, let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any favor to his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. So this is why the scriptures speak about not trusting the devil. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, you know. Rein it in, Jake, you know. Because this is who you're truly dealing with. You know, this right here. It says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord Yahweh, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. So the Lord hasn't forgotten. Let them be continually, let them be before the Lord Yahweh continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. And that's going to happen in the kingdom. All right. It says, because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man. And this is a persecution, really. You know. But ultimately, it's not really. It's the intention of what these people are doing. You know. Because going into debt for college is dumb. You know. But they're doing it in their mind to get ahead of you, Jakes, even using your name. You know. It says, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken heart. So we warning you and telling you over and over and over again, and shit is about to hit the fan. All of these women are getting ready to be spoils, okay? It's because it's going to get real out here, you know? So with that, hopefully our brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakak Wadash Wa Abba Babal Shalom.